The Justice League is a team of comic book superheroes in the DC comic universe, and that's who we're going to be talking about today. Hey YouTube, I'm Court McGinley and welcome back to the most amazing top 5. Before we get started, I want to know, what is your favorite thing about the Justice League? Let me know your answers down in the comments. Also, make sure you subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and make sure you give this video a big thumbs up so we can keep bringing you awesome top 5 lists. Alright, without further ado, let's get started on our list of the top 5 shocking Justice League facts. Coming in at number 5 spot, 23. 23 is the number of years that the Justice League went before adding in their first black character. In 1968, Marvel added in the member Black Panther. Then quite some time later, the Justice League introduced their first black member when the Detroit League was introduced. This is Vixen. She was created by Jerry Conway and Bob Oxner. Vixen was originally intended to be the first African female DC superhero to star in her own series, but then in 1978 the first issue was cancelled after DC imploded, and it was never released. Vixen's main storyline was focused around her powers changing. She began to draw in on the powers around her, opposed to drawing in on animal characteristics. And at number 4, 25. Cyborg joined the Justice League on TV 25 years before joining them in the comics. Now, while people know the character was featured on TV before being in the comics, people are shocked that the time gap between the two is so large. Back in 1985, the cartoon Superpowers Team Galactic Guardians was doing pretty well, and at the time Teen Titans was a popular book, so it made sense to the creators to add Cyborg to the Toons cast. In his first appearance, Cyborg turns down a league membership to continue his work with handicapped children. At number 3, Justice Society. The Justice Society was originally going to be the name of this group, but an editor named Julius Schwartz thought it sounded too fancy, so they changed it to the Justice League instead, which personally I like better. What do you guys think? About the name changing decision, Schwartz said, "To me, society meant something you found on Park Avenue. I felt that league was a stronger word, one that readers could identify with because of baseball leagues." Although, as we now know, the Justice Society later became its own series. Coming in our number 2 spot, Teen takes down Justice League. In number 16, a criminal named Maestro uses body-controlling music to keep people dancing helplessly while he robs them. As sucky as it is that these people were getting robbed, at least they were able to do something fun while it happened. So the Justice League obviously go after this criminal, and with them being the smart heroes that they are, they plugged their ears so they didn't get trapped in his musical spell. But it turns out that our villain was counting on this, and this is when he released his real weapon, which was a ray that hits the motor centers of the brain. And with this, the JLA members dance themselves to death.
Dance, dance, dance until you die!
But the really surprising fact about all of this was that the story was actually written by a teenage fan named Jerry Thomas. After he dreamt up Maestro, he became terrified that his scheming would actually work, so he turned it into a comic book and sent it to the League via mail, and asked them to find a solution. With this, the storyline was changed, and the heroes became worried that the villain won, until they realized that he made a mistake that saved the League. And at number 1, Batman Destruction. Did you guys know that Batman made plans to destroy his own teammates? As we know, over time Batman became less of a team player, and gradually his character became a bit darker. Even when he was on a team, he liked to set his own rules. And after seeing his team repeatedly get mind controlled and duplicated, he figured out ways he could cripple or kill them, you know, just in case. For example, he would induce a water phobia in Aquaman, or zap Superman with kryptonite. He didn't act on these thoughts, instead he wrote them down. So basically, this was a book on how to destroy his friends. And of course it ended up in the wrong hands when Ra's al Ghul stole the book. But the League ended up defeating Ra's al Ghul after finding out what Batman did, and the team and Batman decided to take some time apart. Yeah, can't say I blame them. But eventually they did reconcile. And there you have it, that's the list of the top 5 shocking Justice League facts. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.